2 weeks ago, the State of Israel launched Operation Rising Lion in Iran in order to remove an existential threat against the State of Israel. We launched the operation after receiving clear evidence that the Iranian regime was advancing the pace of the missile production and was enriching uranium to high levels. Iran was dangerously close to obtaining a nuclear weapon. The Iranian regime was also coordinating a plan called the Destruction of Israel, which called for a multi-front attack on Israel, beginning with missile fire from Iran and its proxies in the region, followed by a massive ground invasion into Israeli territory. This was not just an idea or a theory, but a concrete, structured plan to wipe Israel off the map. For years, we monitored Iran's actions and worked behind the scenes to delay and stop the threat. This past year, we strengthened capabilities to prepare for the longest distance operation we have ever carried out. As the threats neared the point of no return, we completed the IDF's preparations, secured the home front, and launched the necessary operation against Iran's nuclear and missile programs. We had no other choice. We targeted every layer of the Iranian threat, weakening their abilities and building up our advantages with every strike. The operation began with a surprise opening strike, 1,500 kilometers from home. We targeted nuclear facilities, dozens of senior military commanders, 11 nuclear experts and knowledge hubs, and research and development sites. By doing so, we disrupted all stages of the regime's nuclear weapons production. At the same time, the Air Force launched strikes against surface-to-surface missiles, launchers, production capabilities, and systems designed to target our aircraft. Within hours, we had achieved aerial superiority in western Iran and paved the way to the heart of Iran, Tehran. The opening strike changed the Iranian regime's plans. They had prepared to launch a much larger missile barrage at Israel than what we ultimately saw. In the 12 days since the opening strike, the IDF continued with precise strikes focused on two main efforts. The first was against the Iranian regime's nuclear weapons program, which had rapidly advanced toward a full nuclear weapon. They were enriching uranium on a broad scale and had enough fissile material for several nuclear bombs that they could assemble in a short period of time. On the map here, you can see the regime's main nuclear sites. These are the key facilities in the production chain for a nuclear weapon core. In this image, you can see the first site, Fordo, a uranium enrichment facility built dozens of meters underground and carved into rock. It was struck by the US military. The second site, Natanz, is Iran's largest enrichment facility. It has been operational for years and contains the infrastructure for enrichment to military levels. The significant damage to these two sites has removed the Iranian regime's ability to enrich uranium to military-grade levels at this time. The third site struck was the conversion facility near Isfahan. We struck critical components in the production chain of nuclear weapons. We struck thousands of centrifuges, production sites, and infrastructure. We also struck the inactive Arak reactor. Striking this facility denied the regime the critical capability to produce plutonium, another material used for nuclear weapons. The elimination of 11 nuclear scientists directly involved in nuclear weapons development was a critical blow to the regime's ability to continue its nuclear weapons program. The second effort targeted Iran's missiles and UAVs, which the regime had planned to launch towards Israel from different locations in western Iran. In recent months, military intelligence identified that the Iranian regime was taking steps to drastically increase missile production to reach 8,000 precision missiles, a direct threat to Israel within the next 2 years. We struck missile production capabilities, launchers, and surface-to-surface missiles. On this map, you can see that we struck more than 30 facilities responsible for producing components and materials for the ballistic missile program. We set back their missile production, especially for long-range missiles that directly threaten Israel. We destroyed over 50% of the missile launchers and damaged dozens of components. We eliminated senior Iranian military commanders, including the top 3, and later one of their successors. More than 30 senior commanders were eliminated. There is no safe haven for our enemies who seek our destruction. This map shows the full impact of everything I've just explained. We removed the immediate existential threat to the state of Israel. This threat must never be allowed to resurface. We struck the head and its proxies on our borders and beyond. The Iranian nuclear project was struck across all components. The nuclear project has been set back by years. The regime's weapons development and military industry was significantly damaged. Thousands of missiles that were planned for production will not be built. We delivered a deep blow to Iran's missile infrastructure. We had major success in minimizing missile fire toward Israel in real time. In addition to all of this, we weakened Iran's proxies, including Hezbollah and others. The IDF has met and in some areas exceeded its operational goals. Yet, we are under no illusion. The enemy has not changed its intentions. Through this operation, we were able to achieve our objective to prevent an existential threat to Israel, the region, and the Western world. Our capability, our determination, and our readiness to defend ourselves are now clear to our friends and our enemies. I wish to express my deep appreciation to our ally and partner, the United States, and to the commanders of the US military. Years of close coordination, built on shared values, have been vital to security across the region. During the operation, approximately 530 missiles and 1,100 UAVs were launched from Iran toward Israel territory. Most were aimed at population centers. The Israeli Air Force and Navy intercepted many of the missiles and 99% of the UAVs launched at Israel, most of them outside the Israeli territory. Our defense systems significantly reduced the impact. Unfortunately, no defense is airtight. As a result of the attacks, 29 Israeli civilians lost their lives, and many others were injured or lost their homes. The operation's success cannot undo the pain and deep loss we've suffered. We remain alert on all fronts. We are preparing for a variety of scenarios and continuing to operate against Hamas in Gaza alongside our efforts to return all hostages. The mission is not yet complete. 50 hostages remain in captivity. Today's actions are for tomorrow's future, for the future of us all, our children and our grandchildren. We will continue to stand strong together, and we will prevail.